Hi guys, welcome to how to troubleshoot NAG stuff. I'm just gonna walk through some things. I just talked to one of the creators yesterday, and he spent like an hour and a half with me and a guildie helping us troubleshoot. I opened up NAG, and if you already have it downloaded, I have another video on how to download it set up. But one thing I'll point out real quick, if you are just downloading it, he told me. Um, there's going to be a screen that pops up and it'll say something about use packages layout. You make sure to click that use packages layout, not the other option. But basically, the other option means you want to set everything else up yourself instead of having the pre-programmed stuff set up. It'll be way more difficult, and that's what throws a lot of people off. So once you've done that step, I would say the next step you want to do is so you can download, I think the version is like 1.16 uh or 2, I think it's 2.16. Okay, but the newest version is 2.26. The only way to get that is to come to settings here and check this box. You'll close it, you'll reopen NAG, um, and it'll take, I don't know, like 30 seconds to a minute, and then a yes or no little square will pop up and you click yes. But to do that, the auto pre-release, which is basically automatically update, it says right there. Click that. You always want that selected. All right, now into it. Troubleshooting. Okay. Um, here's your character, your log file. Okay. My guildie had their log file wrong. You make sure that. So there's two different types of Everquest, right? You have one from Steam and one from just downloaded through Daybreak itself. Okay, I'm going to show you where those are at real quick. So I go to my C drive, users, public, Daybreak games, install games, Everquest. Then you need to go to logs and find which tune you're looking for. So like Kavaris is one of my guys, and he's on Teak. That's his server. Okay, so if I wanted him, I'd click him. Okay, that version is the downloaded version from Daybreak Games website. You have Steam. You go to Windows C, program files 86. Let's see, it's Steam, Steam apps. Say it's common. Everquest F2P, logs, and then again find your character and which server. Right, I have multiple servers I'm on. Okay, that's where you want for your full backup for your select log file. So if you don't have that, that would be your first step. Okay. One other thing that he pointed out was, well, why aren't my overlays working? Okay, your overlays are going to be, let me show you. Okay, they're going to be these things. So you got detrimental timers up here. It's kind of hard to see on the black. Floating combat text, my damage, text notifications, damage to me, and beneficial timers. These are just squares, right? And it's going to be sending that information. So if I hit something, it'll go to the FCT my damage. Floating combat text. So say you hit, it'll say like 13 damage bash or, so on and so forth. Okay, and you can arrange these however you like. I added my heals so I could see my heals going off. Anyway, so that's what I mean by the floating combat text here. So we're going to do this. You go to combat, and then the next tabs, you go to floating combat text. Okay, there should only be 4 here. Oh, I think what happens when we get multiples, we'll even have, when we were troubleshooting, I had multiple my hits. I had multiple my criticals. just multiple of everything. You can only have 4, okay? So make sure, first and foremost, you have the 4 that you like. Then we can get into the knit and grit. You open it up, you say, okay, well, for my hits to show, I only want the information going to the my hits overlay to be my hits, or my melee hits, my spell hits. I wouldn't want my hits to be recording someone else hitting me or being hit by spells, and I don't want my hits to be my healing, although I could, if I just want all the things that I do to go to one window, that's fine. Um, and then here, right, you want, what do you want it to focus on? So like your normal hits, right? You don't want criticals because you're going to have criticals in my criticals, right? And here I already see a problem. See how I have normal here and normal here? They're going to offset each other and it won't record it. So I need to make sure that only one of those tabs has that marked. And so I don't want my criticals to have normal. I want the regular ones. I'm going to save it. Okay. This here is telling it what overlay to go to. I want these to go to the damage I'm doing, my damage. Okay. One other thing he showed me was raids, right? I couldn't get my guildie's raid thing to work. Raid triggers. Okay, and that was the detrimental timers. Right now we're in Sol Terrace on the Buried Sea. We need cures, and she's a potential cure. So we went to the Buried Sea, and here's what he showed me. He said sometimes, for whatever reason, it may bug out. The quickest resolution is to go back to the trigger library and uninstall. So you got to find this package. I already have it installed, so I scroll to the bottom and uninstall it. You sure you want to do it? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And then just reinstall it, and it should fix. And they're really quick to install. It should fix whatever issues you're having. Okay. This is your trigger library. So as your expansions go on, you just add the next one. Very soon, we're going to Secrets of Fadeward. We'd click that. There's other stuff on here too. And they're always updating stuff. Look, Rogue, 125 disciplines, abilities. It's just, and you can add your own too. Like a new trigger. And you'll have to play around with that. Let's see, overlays. So you saw I added my heals. Right, I can show you again. Right, this doesn't, my heals doesn't normally come with the initial download. So what I'm showing you is how to get a new one. So let's name it I Love Hearts. No matter what it's named, but it does matter what it does. Is it just going to be text notification? Is it a countdown? Or is it floating combat text? Since I'm new to this, messing around, I'm comfortable with floating combat text. So we'll go there and save. Okay. Cool. Now where do I want, whatever I send to this, where do I want that to appear? So I'll say down here. Okay. Save. Okay. And now I can go back to all these things, right? And instead of, oh, here I can hit new, and I can call it heals. Two. And then, so I would click, sure. See, I'm in others hitting me. I don't want to mess with that. My heals too. Nothing's checked. What do I want? Your healing done. Yeah, so we'll do normal, critical. And which window? Okay. Go with I love farts. Matter what it's called. Just needs to know which one to send it to, right? Then you can go to styles. Say, well, this is healing, so it's kind of good. I want it to be a cool blue color. Boom, it'll show up like that, right? I think the others hitting me is red already. That's nice. Yeah, for now, we will stop there.